GWM continues to cement their place in the market and in South Africa, and today we have their latest entry. It is the Haval H7, which of course is building on the popularity of the H6. Will it be as popular? Well, I'm here to find out exactly that. Styling for this car is very retro, boxy. You do have a very contentious and bold design on this car, and I do think, that's what car manufacturers or designers need to do. Step out the box and look for something a little bit more fresh, and this is what they've done on this Haval H7. You have the rounded lights with the darkened frame. You also got a 3-step grille. You have a wide bonnet that just lets you know that this is quite a spacious car. You have 19-inch standard wheels, and of course, just above that, flared wheel arches with a plastic cladding and exposed nails. So that, I think, drives home that utilitarian feel that this car is going for. And you also get roof rails and just a wide body, because this car is more spacious than the H6. You have very nicely designed taillights. I actually like this design. Makes the whole back look alive. It gets an electric tailgate, and inside is a massive boot space of 483 liters worth, which is quite ample for a big family. Inside, you're met by a nice feeling and looking cabin. I mean, the soft touch materials that you find. This, of course, is the super luxury, so you do feel like you're in a car that has that added extra attention to it. The design detailing is quite simple, but what I do not like, especially on the dashboard, they could have done without that chrome over there. Kind of just tries too hard to be something that it shouldn't be. This, however, I will say it should stick there because it enforces that rudimentary and utilitarian feel of the car. In front of me is a TV screen, and GWM, they love the big screen. You have a nice mix of buttons as well as touch screens, so I think that is a nice compromise that they've put in over there. Under that is a USB port. Just one, two would have been appreciated, especially because you don't actually have any other below here. It's just one here, as well as a charging pad, your 12-volt socket. You also in the middle here have your aviation style gear, which I actually quite like. You have heated seats, not cooling, just heated, which is quite a nice touch. You also have your smart view camera button, and you can switch on which view you'd like to see. Talk about view, you also have a view of the stars, because up here is a panoramic glass sunroof that goes on till the back, so nice light coming into the cabin. So all in all, I do think this is a nice family car. It feels spacious. A family of 5 would definitely be way comfortable in this car. You have such nice touches that I actually forgot to mention when I was in front. These handles are also just very bulky and kind of just, very masculine, which is obviously the theme of this car. I quite like this. I mean, you also have privacy shutters, sun shutters. I don't know what the professional word for this is. Sun visor, something, but you have it here. This is the flagship that joins the lineup of flagship SUVs in the Haval brand. The H6 and H6 GT did incredibly well in South Africa. People bought that car like it was hotcakes. So hopefully its bold looks appeal to the masses, just how its sibling did. This is, of course, much bigger in dimension. It's more of a conventional and more practical and spacious family car. I think what Haval obviously has done is that they jam-pack all of the features that they can in a car so that it kind of just stands out from the rest. And this is no different. It really does feel like I would enjoy driving this car on long distances. The drive quality has improved, and that just speaks to, progression and just refinement that you do find in these cars. This car comes in 2 engine options. You will have the electric version coming in second quarter of the year. For now, we have the 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo petrol engine that is good for 170 kilowatts and 380 newton meters of torque. Okay, let's talk fuel consumption, because that obviously has been a heavy talk pick when talking about Chinese cars. I'm currently doing 12.6 liters per 100. The claimed figures is 9.2, around 9 odd liters per 100, which obviously is a little bit of a stretch for where I am. I've been doing city and gravel driving, so that has been my return. I think the lowest I've been able to get is around 11.3, which is in line with some of its competitors. I will say, however, I do feel a lag when accelerating. There's just a bit of hesitation, especially in the lower ranges. But once it does start going, though, it performs like it should. Yes, it is a 4-wheel drive, which I asked myself, do you need a 4-wheel drive? You could do well in the front-wheel drive as well, and just get, your optional extras if you do need to do that. With that starting price of just over 601,000 Rand, I do think that the H7 is a great proposition if you're trying to get into a family-sized SUV. And building on the popularity of the H6 is a good idea. However, I do wonder if the H7 will also enjoy as much popularity. Well, let's wait and see.